again. This is Lala, Laquani Garraway, for those who don't know, okay? Coming back to you for another video. Oh, I don't think I have my lighting. Get it. I just want to show you my body. And I want extra light, extra light. You can see. The new. Oh, yes, that's better lighting. That's better lighting, yes. Okay. Hi, I'm Laquani Garraway again. And I'm here because when God says move, I move. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This journey has been a crazy one. But I feel inspired. I feel inspired. I feel strong. I feel angelic. I do. I do. Um, I feel favored. I should say that. I feel favored. And I just want to share this feeling with everybody. So I'm sending everybody love and light, love and light, love and light, love and light for the new year. Professing love and blessings for everybody that I don't know. Apparently, because yeah, there's a lot of people that I know, okay? For everybody that I do know, this is a video for you too. Because you don't know that I know that I'm about to cut you off, even if I don't even know. Even if, just if you know my baby daddy or my ex family or anybody that could be connected to anybody from my past in New York, in Flatbush, in Brooklyn, in any capacity, I'm cutting you off. Even if it's not your fault. Even if you didn't do nothing. Even if you don't got nothing to do with this, I'm cutting you off. Okay? Okay, yeah. That's another part to it, but I'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, this whole journey has been so life-changing that I want to share this with everybody. And I'm supposed to do that. So, especially because these people think that they're doing something. I don't know if they think they're stopping anything, but they're not stopping that. So, to continue, yeah, oh my God. I could never wear this dress without a girdle or anything. Like, do you see my back? Like, no rolls, though, nothing. Like, do you see this? No bra. Like, this is like, oh my God, oh my God. Anyways. I want everybody to feel is loved and is divine and is protected and guided and connected with source as I do. And there's so much stuff has happening into this in this world today that people might be scared. So I've come to relieve your fears, okay? Because he don't want you to be scared. That wasn't for the people when it's supposed to be for. And I realized it when I seen it. And I didn't want to say anything negative because I was like, when I seen it and I wanted to say something, and then I was like, I pulled back because I'm like, no, this is from God. This is a message. This is the message that everybody got to get on the same accord. Everybody got to start to repent because divine judgment has reached us. If everyone hasn't realized, I think, and I'm not a big church goer, I've never been. I used to go to church as a child, being forced by family to indoctrinate me into a cult. Okay? Because basically that's what it is. It takes away your power to connect with the divine, to connect with the divine directly. And I realized having this platform that when I make these videos, it helps other people to heal, it helps other people to grow, it helps other people to evolve, it helps other people to ascend to a higher frequency of love and light and peace. Because that's all I feel, emulate all day for my body temple. And purity of heart is an important factor in healing because you have to look at every situation honestly, every relationship that you have honestly, even if you don't want to, even if you're like, oh my God, I love this person. You have to look at the relationship and the dynamics of your history with that person. even if you don't want to. And you got to look at that honestly. And sometimes you want to put rose-colored, flower-colored glasses on, right? We all want to do that. For the people that we love, for our mothers, or our men, or our kids, our cousins, our friends. We all want to do that. We want to glaze over the bad parts and ignore that. But sometimes those bad parts is what's keeping that person back, and what's keeping you back, what's keeping you at a lower frequency, because they got some type of problems that you can't help to deal with. And it's not your problem to help to deal with that. But sometimes people please, and we want to look at other people's problems and take them on as our own. No more of that. 2025, new year. Okay? This year is about self-love and about accountability and about, well, not for me, the bag. I was going to say the bag because that's never been the case. I never really was chasing that. So money is not my motivation to do any of this because I'm already wealthy. I was born into this. I keep saying that. It's in my blood. The royalty is in my bloodline. They didn't want me to know that it was there, but I knew it was there. That's why I just know it was different. That's why I put this thing right here on a pedestal. And it's been there since 1985, 1985. So, I want to help people to heal parts of themselves that they want to ignore, parts they can't heal other people. First of all, we cannot heal you, me. I can't heal nobody else. I can only empower you and influence you or try to persuade you to heal yourself. Because you can do it. I did it. Anybody can do it. You don't need a doctor because they got him. They got my daddy up there. We all got a daddy up there. But my daddy up there, all my daddies up there, got a lot of power, girl. I didn't even know this royal family and royal bloodline is not even like monetary for me. Okay? It's divine. It's divine. And like I was saying before, what is worth more than money and gold in another video? I said that before. It's divine guidance and divine connection and divine protection. That's where wealth lies. In connectivity with God. Connectivity with your ancestors, connectivity with your archangels for you to be able to call on them and for them to be able to be there to provide your manifestations, to provide your guidance, to provide your protection at any time you need it. But we forgot that on this long journey of Earth, all these centuries and millennia past of fear and war and pain and trauma and death, that we forgot how to love, we forgot how to be humble, we forgot that life means more than just money and materialistic things, for people to take it upon themselves to use God's name in sin in an attempt to attain money, and to an attempt to attain man-made wealth. I see a problem with that. I don't know if you see a problem with that, but I see a problem with that. So that's what I'm here to talk about today, because that's the problem. And I realized my purpose was, which is why this is so important, which is why I'm untouchable right now. Let me break it down. The slow people that keep trying to do stuff don't understand now. I understand that I was debating. I was kind of like, I was telling y'all that from before because I understood that message. Like, use me as some, you know, being a little bratty, being his little bratty child. I'm like, oh, I got the download the last couple of days. So I was taking my little rest and meditating or whatever. Like, it's the message. At first, it was a curiosity to find out who I was in my past lives. Not everybody, but one particular deity. And I was like, that makes sense. When I found out, and then I found out my purpose now in this lifetime, yeah, that makes sense on why I'm protected so heavily. And even though I feel a little bit uncomfortable, I'm feeling my way, and I'm like, feeling my way around, and I'm about to start, and okay, we could do this, Lala. We could do this. I'm like, you picked the right one. You picked the right one. I know you picked the right one because I'm like, you sure you picked the right one for this? He like, yeah, you got big balls. So I'm not scared. Apparently, he knew I was gonna do the thing. He knew I was gonna do the thing. Daddy knew I was gonna do the thing. So he made me like this to be able to do this. And because my heart is pure, I'm fair. Not only do I get to be the babe, but you get to be a judge. That's why you're outranked. Like I'm divine judge, divine retribution. Ah! It's like what? Ooh. You sure? You sure? I'm sure. Oh. Oh, that's why it was important. I had to get so smart and do whatever. He's like, all right, go to law school, law school. I'm like, what is this thing? I'm like, I'm thinking it's China this whole time, these last couple of years. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't need to go be a politician. I'm like, no. And not even to know man's law. God's law is more important. Man's law is corrupted. So the judge who was judging me, who sabotaged my case from taking briberies in the New York State Kings County Probate Court, and the lawyer and the court clerk, God is not happy that they have a position of privilege and high honor, and they're not acting in a high honor manner. Judge Kia Camille McLean by bribing people, but she don't care because she's a demon. So she's gonna pay you, judge, to pull you down, and I know she's been paying you for a long time. That's the problem. I'm not the only grievance you have. And you just so happen to pick a fight with a social activist, a political activist. And I'm sure Kia Camille McLean didn't tell you that. So I don't only care about my justice, my injustice that happened to me in my case, in my father's estate case, Evan Rensford Garraway, because I am Laquana Garraway, right? No mental illness, no diseases, no prostitution, no crazy weird professions in my lifetime. In my lifetime. Because I'm about to be 40 and I have at least 10 partners are under. Yeah, I don't even have 10. And I can take a lie detector test to that. And you know who can't? To what she said, to whatever garbage she said? Kia Camille McLean and Christopher Leroy Gray and Pauline Gray and Shelton Gray and Charlene Gray and Trisha Vandy Cruz and Kiavana Garraway and whoever else they got in that court. Vincent Garraway, Odessa Garraway, whoever else they brung in that raggedy court that has no law because it's biased. No one ever came here to question me. No, mail was tampered with. No one ever said anything. But the person who is getting away with all of this is the person who keep causing complaints and saying I'm harassing them and I'm a mental patient and making false police reports. Nobody's not investigating her, but nobody's still from the Kings County Probate Court in New York City, not the mayor, Eric Adams, not the state district attorney, Letitia James, not no one contacted Laquana Garraway. So as far as I'm concerned, the Kings County Probate Court, Surrogate Court, on 2 Johnson Street, downtown Brooklyn, don't have no justice in that court system. I don't want that court handling my father's estate anymore. Evan Garraway at 677 East 24th Street, whose property and whose um life insurance policy, trust, inheritance was supposed to come to me, his first heir, Laquan Garraway. I wasn't involved in no capacity in any hearing against me and my father's estate. How weird is that? If I was Caucasian, do you think that would have happened? I just want to know. I just want to know social media. If I was a white heiress, do you think that somebody would get away with stealing millions of dollars of property and trust and life insurance policies away from somebody? Do you think so? I don't think so. So how in the name of God is it possible for Kia Camille McLean to come in there with false death certificates, false adoption papers, false guardianship? Because why did the 39-year-old that live in Georgia with her own children in her own house need a guardian or an adoptive parent? That wasn't even my adoptive parent. My father was alive. So since when was she my adoptive parent? That was done illegally, which my ex knows from probably like 10 years ago. Like I said, it was 8 to 10 years since I even had any sexual contact or any contact with him in a romantic way, if to be in a relationship for him to have any business in a court of law concerning me and my father's estate or my son. But what y'all didn't know was they were sleeping together. The judge, Kia, Christopher Leroy Gray, he was just slanging because it was Masonic culting and coven and witchcrafting, and so it's a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna talk about it. I don't know if they didn't think I had big enough kahunas to talk about it, but I do. You see, God gave them to me to do. He also gave me the opportunity to call judgment on you little people. Little people who are only jealous and envious of somebody who don't even know you. Who don't even know you, who don't even talk to you, who don't even acknowledge you, who blocked you years ago. How you even talk about me and making decisions on me and my father's estate? And you can't even prove that all the children that you have is for my father. Paternity. You were cheating, what they call adulterer. You were sleeping with my ex when he was underage, so you were a pedophile, and you made him a pedophile because now he kidnaps children from Masonic cults under your advisement, Kia Camille McLean. But I'm sure she's going to be ready to throw you under the bus now, Christopher Leroy Gray, because guess who's taking the fall for this? I'm sure Kia Camille McLean and Kia Vonnie Garraway is about to throw you under the bus because they're about to release your gay sex tape that they recorded when you sodomized Uncle Vivi to blackmail him to get to go into court. Bet you didn't think I knew that. Hi, FBI. Hi, CIA. Are y'all doing y'all job, NYPD? Oh, no. I know there's a crooked cop in there, too. There's a crooked cop in the NYPD that's helping them, right? Bury reports or bury whatever. Court decisions. I don't know. But they got a crooked cop. They got a crooked judge. They got a crooked lawyer that she been paying forever. So who's ever on her payroll, who's ever representing her, he needs to be reported to the bar. The judge, you know, judicial review. You could go, but this case needs to be moved to the Supreme Court. I don't trust the probate court or the surrogate court. And you can see why, right? The world can see why. Because y'all been having a court hearing for 2-3 years since my father's death in 2022. And it's 2025, and Laquan Garraway hasn't been notified or questioned, or I didn't speak to any trust and will attorney. I didn't speak to any judge. I didn't speak to anybody. Kia Camille McLean and Christopher Leroy Gray, they didn't even tell me they were in court. But Laquana was grieving her daddy while they were making up stories about me being a prostitute and selling pictures on the dark web that he probably used from, I think, what they said, they were illegally surveilling my home with cameras. So whatever illegal surveillance you have in my home from when I was undressing Mr. Leroy Gray, because only you had access to my house, I know comes from you. Revenge porn is also another law that you broke. So if you put it on the dark web, you never had my consent. You never had my consent to do anything. And the only guy that even had a picture of my butt or my titty was you. So if that ended up on there, okay. From what, 20 years ago when I was young, before Christian was even born, or a little while after, or something, when I was trying to feel, I was a little, postpartum, and just wanted to feel a little sexy. He probably really wasn't at a job trip, because he used to try to claim he was an electrician, so he's probably by Kia, dicking down Kia, collecting HIV, and telling me, oh yeah, and have my picture, put it on the dark web. But who would think somebody that you grew up with from 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old would end up doing this to you? That's a story. But I'm going to go into detail because I'm sure this is going to help somebody. But it's not my shame, because I'm not ashamed of anything. I feel like this had to happen exactly the way it's happening right now for justice to be served, for me to grow, for me to ascend, for me to find my happiness, for me to find my husband, for me to have my children and move on, for Kia asked to finally be out of my life forever, her and her children, and Chris and his family. So I get to clean out everybody that I never liked in one swoop, all old friends, everything, everybody that's like old stuck energy that I don't need in my life anymore, cousins, everything. I just get to clean out everything with one clean swoop, and I'm happy to do it. I feel relief. I feel light as a feather. And I want to share this with you because I know you need that feeling of light, peace too, happiness. And sometimes it's people that you got to cut out your life that's going to hurt. And maybe it won't hurt because maybe you're like me and you couldn't wait to get them out your life too. So I'm like, thank you. Right? I already knew I won the case. I already know that the judge is going to jail, the lawyer's going to jail, Kia's going to jail, Chris is going to jail, and his brother. You just ruined your whole family bloodline. It's a bunch of stuff. I hope it was worth it. I don't think it was worth it because, like, what do you get? Like, even if what you stole from unemployment or death benefits, whatever benefits you got, life insurance policy benefits, or whatever account you open, and with the fake life insurance policy when you kill me off on paper and fake married me. Who is desperate enough to do this and control somebody's life so much? I know. And I'm going to write a detailed story of it. I already started. It's great. It's great. But for right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Because I want to talk about how, to me, it's utterly insane that his mother is not taking any accountability for his son going around super spreading HIV in the West Indian community. I'm West Indian, but I'm born and bred in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, Downstate Hospital. So I'm not alien. I don't need a green card. Okay, I got a New York birth certificate. My family is West Indian from Guyana, South America. My baby's dad is from Jamaica. And his family claimed to be such church-going Christians. That I actually believe that they were good people to bring around me, to bring in my life, to bring around my family, to bring in my house. Not realizing that somebody that I met when I was 14, 15 years old would come in my life and try to destroy it, impregnate me, then try to destroy it and kill me for it out of jealousy and out of his own childhood wounds not being healed. So for his mother now to sit back as her son is super spreading HIV and herpes in the black community to maybe other West Indian people or white or whoever, Spanish, whoever, any people, is atrocious, like an atrocity. This is like, for people that I don't even know that probably hate me, that probably was doing witchcraft on me and helping him do witchcraft on me, I still feel bad. Like, damn, but do they deserve for you to just to be mad just because it happened to you, for you just to go around and just be infecting somebody else? And then ancestors is like, somebody's nasty and they're going around licking bowls and plates and peeing and stuff. And coffee, spitting in coffee pots. Somebody coffee pot got spit or some type of blood in it because they want to spread the infection. They are angry that they're infected with the disease and they want to spread it to people around them now because they are angry. That is God also punishing you because you're not realizing the lesson. He wants you to repent and be sorry and to confess. Now go deeper and deeper. That's the demon on your back telling you to do more dumb shit, to send your soul further so they could take your whole vessel from you. And you could end up in some other dimension somewhere. Because your vessel would just be a walking demon trying to reprove himself to the God to get in God's gates. While you sit here messing up and messing up your chance to get back into heaven, this demon on your back is trying to use your vessel to get into that same heaven you're not trying to get back into. From sending your soul from doing witchcraft on me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Instead of y'all stop, y'all going harder to make it worse. Instead of you repent and say, you know what, he right. He don't want it. Somebody begging for mercy. And he don't want to hear no mercy. Because I was just told that they going back to like childhood. Like anybody hurt me from even my childhood. And I'm like, really? Shit I don't even remember. They getting karma. Too. You might not remember everything, but God do. And my angels do. My ancestors do. And they like, nah, you about to pay for that. Every single little thing. Every single last person that had anything to do, even a little part. Like, even a little part. Even a little part. Because I was innocent. I really was just like innocent. Just done to live my own life. This really just started because he was sleeping with my father's wife. I didn't know. He was collecting money from her to sabotage me so she could get my father's house. Which apparently y'all all agree with. So I'm not even going to say agree to that. Apparently money is more important than love in this world. That is the problem. Why everybody got to repent. That is the problem why Hollywood is burning. And it was so symbolic to me just to see the Hollywood sign itself burning, like lit a fire. Like, oh, shoot. I knew that wasn't, like, even if it was like, yeah, some strong winds. Yeah, this is Santa Ana wind speed and everything else. I'm still like, this is an act of God. And he not playing. In the music industry, the movie industry, the demonic industry, these Masons, I think they control everything. Religion, the Catholic Church. You're not going to want to hear me, but the hypocrisy is time to finish. Christians are fake Christians. Like Pauline Gray and Charlene Gray and Shelton Gray is playing Sunday's best. Playing the bass. And selling his ass with the Masons. And getting bent over at the end of the night like his brother. That is crazy work. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. To claim you love God in the day and then be sacrificing animals at night. And hexing people. With people picture on the altar. My picture's on everybody's altar. But apparently, it don't work. I tell you, I outranked. Because I'm the judge and jury. And executioner. I'm not the executioner. He's the executioner. Archangel Michael Sword is executioner. But I finally get to call judgment. I call judgment on the New York State Kings County Surrogate Court. I'll be very clear with everything that I say. So he hear me properly. I get to do this. I call judgment on the New York State court system. The New York State probate and surrogate court system that messed over so many people, that messed up so many families, tore apart so many families with their deception and their bribery, not keeping justice honest and unbiased. I call judgment on the New York State court system, Kings County, surrogate, and probate court in all the counties. I call judgment on Kia Camille McLean. I know you're watching. I'm going to tag all of you. I call judgment on Pauline Gray before I even call judgment on Christopher Gray, because whatever happened to him is because of you and Leroy Gray. So I call judgment on Leroy Gray. I call judgment on Pauline Gray. I call judgment on Christopher Leroy Gray. I call judgment on Shelton Gray. I call judgment on Charlene Gray. I call judgment on Charlene Gray. I call judgment on Trisha Vandy Cruz. I call judgment on Kiavani Garraway. I call judgment on Roy Vandy Cruz. I don't understand why Canada keep coming up in my shit. Like, why? And cousin and rapper and rapper and rapper. Nah. I call judgment on Jason and Avery Humphrey. Yeah, both of y'all. I call judgment on your mama too, Cheryl Vandy Cruz. I call judgment on Marva. Yes, Claudette Marva Vandy Cruz. You too. I'll call judgment on all your thinking daughters. Rosalind and Rochelle Backus. I don't know what your other daddy name was because you don't even know who your daddy is. So, girl, I call judgment on everybody because y'all want to turn up y'all nose and be snobby and be judgy when y'all the one who be doing voodoo in the back room and got voodoo dolls and sending witchcraft to children. To children? Oh, nobody better don't say nothing to me because Laquana called judgment on all of you. So whatever happens to your children, Laquana Galway has no concern over because this had nothing to do with me. God seen what you did when you put my son picture wherever you put it. So whatever happens to somebody's child, I don't care. I'm not helping. So stay away from me or you're gonna have a problem. Okay, what else? Who else am I putting on this thing? I call judgment on Vincent Garraway. I call judgment on Odessa Garraway. I call judgment on the judge in Kings County probate court who's over my case, who gave Kia adoption privileges, guardianship privileges, any type of privileges of conservatorship over my father's estate. I call judgment on that judge. I call judgment on the court clerk. I call judgment on the trust and will attorney. Yes, I know you sent people to come and make a hit, you and your slimy ass wife, your crooked ass wife, because I know y'all all are Masons. But apparently you can't do anything to me. So I don't know why I keep trying. But yeah, I call judgment on you and your dumb bucket wife, because why is she following you into dumb shit? Both of y'all are demonic and both of y'all deserve to burn in hell. What else? Who else? Oh, I call judgment on Dominique Newton. I call judgment on Sammy, whatever your name is. I don't even care to know. I call judgment on Shayna Matthews. I call judgment on Kiwana Seymour. I call judgment on Brittany Vandy Cruz. I call judgment on the whole Vandy Cruz family. I call judgment on the whole Gary family until I find out who is not a traitor. The only person, oh no, I call judgment on the whole McLean family too. Mary McLean Johnson, Mary Williams, Princess McLean, I don't care. Kathy McLean, Denise McLean, Ella McLean, Latoya McLean. Who else? Who else? Oh shit. Kevon Rochester, Kieran Garraway, Jillian Chan, Carla. Are you a Garraway? This is just so gross. Jillian, Carly Chan, and Charlie Garraway, whatever your name is. You know who you are. I call judgment on all the whole Masonic Lodge, yeah, the Illuminati, all of y'all. I call judgment on y'all too. I call judgment on the people that want to traffic children in churches. I don't like that. I call judgment on that. I call judgment on you kidnapping kids, trafficking kids out of a church place, and then professing to love God and to worship God. He don't like the hypocrisy. So I call judgment on that. And I'm not scared to do it. I call judgment on the U.S. government. I call judgment on President Trump. Because I don't care. I call judgment on Joe Biden. Because all of them is messed up. I call judgment on Kamala Harris. Y'all trying to shift this world into this new world order place where it don't need to go with destruction and war and fear and disease. And we're not about to have that because God don't like it. So, about to be another Sodom and Gomorrah around here. I don't know if y'all got the message or the memo from Hollywood Burning, but my heart goes out to everybody that lost their house that was truly innocent and they probably was renting somebody's estate. But the places that burned were supposed to burn. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not wishing anybody who lose their life, but if they have to, if they weren't a good person, if God seen fit, and that was their karma, because it's karma time. I don't know if y'all don't know, but it's time for karma. 2025 is the year of 9. It's time for completion. So the evil got to burn off the earth. Okay, it got to go. There's no space for that. So everybody need to focus on repenting and ascending, because if you don't, you're going to the other place. And you don't got no wings, you don't got no soul. Because you sold it for some money that's going to be pointless and priceless. It's going to be worthless, not priceless. It's going to be worthless to go where you got to go. That money ain't buying you a ticket in there. The devil is trying to trick you because he's trying to convince God you don't deserve mercy. You don't deserve salvation. And he's proving his point by you being an idiot. Because your money and your wealth and your goal and your greed can get you a ticket where the devil is trying to go. Okay? He's trying to okie doke you so he could get back to where he want to go and go back to being Lucifer and going back to being an angel again. Don't get tricked out your spot like my ex did. Got tricked out his spot by a hoe. A demonic hoe. He got tricked out his spot. He got tricked out of a divine union to be with a hoe and contract HIV and to take his generational curse off his family. He lost that. So now he don't have no generational protection, no generational ancestral protection, because he failed by selling his soul. And then by tanking his whole family, by sacrificing his whole family to save his own butt. After he got the HIV, including my son. I'm not sure if it was his father, or if it was my father's wife, his little demonic baby spawn daughter that he got with her. I don't know. If it was his other grandmother, Pauline Gray. I don't know who it was. But whoever sent Matic to my son, it backfire. But the sad part about this is it's backfiring to a child. Even though I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, this is karma. And this is God's judgment. I'm staying out of it because I don't have anything to do with this. My hands is clean. He's keeping my hands clean. All I got to do is call judgment. And that's so easy. And I'm so fair. I call judgment too on Shalonda Craig. I forgot about that. I call judgment too on my whole shop staff. Xavier Hawkins, everybody. Andrea Presley, I don't trust none of y'all. Tessa Tooks, I'll call judgment on everybody. Jasmine Dixon, every friend. Oh, yeah. Did I finish that? Shayna Matthews, Dominique Newton. Whoever I knew, and whoever I don't know that was sending me crazy stuff, crazy work, and I don't know you. Chris' crazy wife that I never met, the girl with the A Gray, whatever your name is, girl, leave me alone because I don't want your AIDS, man. You and your man got HIV, keep it together. Y'all got it. Leave me alone. Me and you, we not the same. We not on the same level. We not the same frequency. We not the same person. We don't got the same. We not the same. He wasn't even supposed to be around me. It was magic. And he been lying to y'all for a long time because it's been 8 years. He did catch the monster, the pack, in like 5 years ago on whatever little vacation sex orgy y'all had in somebody else's country. That's when y'all got him. When y'all was having like, the man, woman swinging orgy party. It was a bunch of stuff tangled up. That's when everybody got the package. Kia hit y'all all with the package that day. So, Pauline Gray and all the Gray families in his whole church. The perpetrator is Kia Camille McLean. Go handle that over there, because that's who infected your son with some type of crazy disease and demon, and made him trick him out of his spot. Okay, made him tricked out of his spot and made him turn into he was already a flaming homosexual, but made him turn into a raping flaming homosexual now, because now he's a raping, sodomizing flaming homosexual. That's passing people AIDS. That's even worse. Because he raped my uncle. For him to blackmail him. For him to go in the court of law and lie on me. But it's okay. I forgive him. And I forgive you all for doing this. But I also know, FBI, CIA, that this is connected to the death of my sister. So I'm sure Kia Camille McLean collected a life insurance policy for China Gabriella Garraway. That's supposed to be the name if she didn't change it. Her birthday is November 5th, 1986. Check that as well. Evan Garraway, Evan R. Garraway, his birthday was February 7th, 1959. February 7th, 1959. And Evan R. Garraway, that's my daddy. So I'm sure she collected a couple of life insurance policies for other people that she's been doing this like for a long time. And this is like Chris and her MO, and they're the couple to do it. Her and Chris, or Chris and Kiavana. I don't know what kind of weird daughter, mother, swinging. It's just gross. Like I said, holler at them. You'll get your information. I mentioned everybody else that my spirit team has mentioned to me that I know is involved. So you can, investigate, do what you got to do. Exclude who you got to exclude, who don't got nothing to do with nothing. If you do got something to do with it, then you got a problem. But for right now, oh yeah, Shane Costello. I can't forget you. I call judgment on Shane Costello. How could I forget? Because I started this whole thing for justice for my sister. So, of course, I can't forget Mr. Shane Costello. Shane knew my dad through my mom's cousin, Marky. Because Marky have a barbershop on Church. My dad goes there to cut his hair, even though him and my mom is not together anymore. And Marky cuts Shane hair there, too. So, my dad knew Shane Costello from Marky's shop. Shane Costello starts dating Trisha Vanny Cruz. I didn't know when I met Christo that Christopher Leroy Gray knew Shane Costello too. But guess who was on the beach with Chanda Gabriella Garraway when she died? Shane Costello and Trisha Vanny Cruz. And they got to make it look like her death, or they tried to make it look like her death was an accident. But it wasn't. She didn't have no water in her lungs, and she had a head injury that Trisha Vanny Cruz could not explain, and that ripped apart our whole family because she wouldn't explain it. So guess what, FBI? This whole thing started because I wanted to know who killed and who hurt my baby sister, and how did she die? And I was not gonna rest until I did. I even went to school for political science just so I could go study law, just so I could go to Jamaica and fight for justice for my sister's death. So just to learn later, by tapping into my spiritual abilities, that my sister's saying that my cousin did it, danger. My cousin was working with my father's wife, with Shane, with Chris, with this whole thing was a setup. They kept doing it to make it look like everybody acts. Death was an accident. She was poisoning daddy little by little. She had doctors in the hospital from working in one of the hospitals in New York, Langford Hospital or something like that in Manhattan. She had the motive. She had the reach. She had the wherewithal. She had the money. She had the money to bribe because she had my father's estate. She had access to my father's estate. So I don't understand. How come the investigation, like, where? Why is Laquana Garraway not being contacted yet? FBI, CIA, NYPD, Mayor Eric Adams, New York State, Kings County, Surrogate Court, Probate Court, Kings County Probate Court on 2 Johnson Street. Why haven't Laquana Apollonia Garraway, February 23rd, he already filled up my information anyway. It don't make no sense for me to, like, hold it. She done robbed me, put all kind of fraud in my name, bought all kind of stuff, did all kind of PPP loan, got a life insurance policy, killed me, married me. I might as well tell y'all my information so y'all can hurry up and get this investigation going. Because Laquan is waiting to testify. Why do you think they didn't want you to meet me? What are you trying to say? Why do you think they're trying to say Laquana Garraway is mentally... Wait, what? I'm the most mentally fit person that I know. And it just so happens that I have receipts for that too, because I was ordered by a court in Georgia in Henry County in 2016, 2015. Remember, Chris? Remember, Kia? To take a parental fitness class and a mental fitness class so I can get custody, legal custody, and guardianship over Damani Garraway and Kyler David Garraway Hazana, my sister's two children. After my cousin Trisha Vandy Cruz, who had a motive to go into court to lie on me, because if she get rid of me, nobody's there to say. Because it was only me, Chanda, and Trisha on the vacation in Jamaica with Shane and Shane's girlfriend, and along with Trisha's friends. So it was only me that was bringing up a suspicion about how my sister died and kept asking questions that she didn't like, which is why it tore our family apart. Because my mother knew in her heart that it was Kia, and she knew that something was going on the beach with Trisha and Shane, and I could not come to terms. I'm like, no, no, no. I'm arguing this woman down for years till I realized that shit, it was the truth. And my mother don't be thinking she's psychic, but she really, really psychic. And I have to ask her, like, what kind of majestic coochie you got that's popping out? Angels and shit. Like, what, you popped out, China? You popped out. I'm like, well, me first, but I'm like, I had to ask her, like, what kind of majestic kitty cat? Ooh. But my mom was a virgin. She was pure when my dad took her virginity. So nobody could go in the court of law and claim my mother wasn't a virtuous woman or my mother cheated on my father with his brother. Which is why that is absurd to even think. My uncle Vincent hasn't even come to this country till 2005. No, not 2005. He's came to this country in 2000, that before Daddy died. 2021, 2021. I was born in 1985 in Brooklyn, New York. Y'all are weird. Anyways, every guy with my father, I wanted to take a DNA test with my grandmother, with my aunt, with my brother to prove it. And he looked just like my father, and he's Evan Garraway Jr. Garraway. Evan Rensford Jr. Garraway. But yes. Or was she gonna say that's not his kid either? And she looked just like him. And well, I look just like Daddy too, I think. I got my mom eyes, but yeah, y'all are just weird. Kia Camille McLean would say anything to get out this mess she put herself into, this deep, deep graveyard hole. I just wrote a poem about that. I'm about to share it with you guys. Graveyard hole deep. Dirt deep. I just shared it in another video, but I'm gonna share it again. The hole that you dug for me. Graveyard deep. Kia, this hole you dug, you gotta lie in it. With Chris, his whole family, your whole family, my whole, whoever is involved on the Vandy Cruise. But yeah, y'all all laying in that hole together. Okay, because I'm pressing charges. I don't care nothing about family, friend, ex, baby daddy from 20 years ago. That is on the down low, raping people uncle, and kidnapping people children. And sodomizing them and oh god, I can't, sacrificing them for Masonic rituals and stuff. Like I can't because I don't want to get them. But that gets under my skin. So I call judgment on anybody that have any type of pedophilia obsessions with children, with unconsented children. They can't have themselves kidnapping children and stuff like that. So I have a big issue. And I want these people to be caught because they're trafficking children in a church. The hypocrisy is real. And I call judgment on this Masonic cult in Georgia, the Masonic cult in New York. All y'all gotta bun down. Babbling off a bun now. That's the way it gotta be. Okay? And I would like for people to stop selling their soul to the devil, because God can bless you and give you riches because he's about to do it in your face. All right? And he preparing my table in the midst of my enemies. He prepared my table. So you could get wealth from God too. Okay? You don't have to sell your soul to get it. You don't have to go perform fellatio on the devil to get some fame and fortune, okay, Chris? For clout. You would do anything for clout that you worked so hard. And I don't understand why, if I try to be your friend, but you try to tarnish my name. You didn't have control. You wanted control, and I understand. But no, you can't do that. Guys, Chris' feelings was hurt. Years ago, Chris felt rejected by me. Okay? So Chris got this crazy notion, especially with the guidance of Kia, especially listening to Kia after screwing Kia, that Laquana was such a big whore that there's no possible way that this could be God's gift sent to him to heal, to love, to grow a divine union, to break generational curses. No way. Okay. So when I realized this is not going to work, this man likes to be in the streets. And I could foresee, but you can't really tell somebody you got something bad coming in your future if you don't stop. He wouldn't listen to me anyways. He wouldn't believe me if I said, I know you're going to get a disease that you can't come bring to me. I got to leave this alone. I got to walk away. Chris felt rejected. But I knew one day he was going to get HIV. I knew it. And then she kept saying, monster, monster. Big truck, big truck. I'm like, oh. That's our lingo to each other. The big truck. At no point did I think he would leave this house and go start rumors, want to tarnish my image to the point where he's like, I'm going to make sure nobody ever looks at her. And when they look at her, they're going to look at her with disgust again. And he tried. And because I didn't know all these years, I feel like everybody that was around me, it's fake. Y'all are just fake as F. For y'all to be around somebody that you think infected your friend or infected your family member with something that's so detrimental and still be smiling and cheesing in somebody's face and not ask them? Oh, how was your treatment? How was your body going? How was your health? If y'all even thought I was sick, why y'all didn't even say, "Oh, Laquana, how are you going with treatment? Do you know what you're going to be taking? Do you know what?" I'm like, what? That's what he said. And then what, prostitute? Who? Whoa. She said that in the court? Oh, Chanda. Because he had to humiliate me for this Masonic lodge to sell his soul. It had to be some public humiliation, but he'd been doing it for years. But now when I'm looking back, before we even, I don't even think Christian was born when he brought up that Masonic shit to me. So that's past 13 years ago when he was like, oh, so I'm like, you don't need that shit. He just was always looking for clout and wanted to belong. And he was always like a little puppy dog that just wanted to just be up under anybody. And was just looking for attention. And you could tell he had abandonment issues because he was just looking for acceptance. So he was willing to go to severe lengths because he was convinced that he was in love with my father's wife. He was convinced that she was me and had my energy because she was cloaked in my energy because she was a witch, using my energy since I was a kid. My grandmother would watch me every time I would go around her. Eunice Leon, rest in peace, I love you. She watching y'all ass up there, up there in New York. Especially her for you, Chris, because she never like your ass. She makes sure I know it's her getting you for me. Her and my grandpa. He said he lashing you because you're stupid. But yeah, this is crazy. That somebody that you could take pity on and think like, you know, he didn't have a good life growing up with his family. You want to make sure that he have that with his son. So I look past him not paying child support. I look past him going to be out of town for months on end or years. Talking about he's a journey electrician, so he will go to Nevada for 6 months and he will go wherever, or Texas for another 6 months. Meanwhile, he going there, creating new families, putting life insurance policies on people, and then murdering them. Taking them out of the country, taking them somewhere, murdering them, making it look like an accident, and collecting life insurance policy. And keeping all the money, putting it in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. When he loses all that, somebody robs him for that. But when you're robbing your teeth, you are robbing your teeth. And you get robbing teeth from robbing teeth. But I don't feel no way about making these videos and speaking my truth to make sure that other people realize what I've been through and realize my strength. I'm not a victim. I'm a warrior. They didn't know they was playing with a lioness, but I always knew. I always knew my propensity for like lions was something. I just didn't know it was like historical, like ancestral, and elephants. But I hid away that ferocious part of me. But she was there. Kia seen it. And I tried to rip her titty off her chest. But when I was like 13, 14, so I was like, yay! Even if I can't, I'm sending you light and love, and you know, like me and you. We all partying, bitch. But this is funny. Watching your downfall is gonna be the high end of my year. All of y'all. It really is. Seeing y'all on TV, seeing y'all take that purple walk in like handcuffs, seeing Chris, Kia Von, I don't know what you did to Kia Von and Kia, but they're about to release that gay porn of you sodomizing Uncle Vivi in their house, in my house. Get out of my house, in my daddy house, in my house, 677 24th Street. You didn't know you was on camera because you was high and she drugged you. She drugged Uncle Vivi too, and then she recorded y'all so she could blackmail y'all with it. So Pauline, you should be taking out your anger. Shelton, Charlene, what's the little name? Charlene, yeah, all of y'all, all the Grays, yeah, Jack McDonald, all of y'all, O'Neill, what's the Tracy, Keisha, I can't even remember. Whatever your name is, you too. Uncle Jack wife, you know what I'm talking about. All of y'all. Go get her. She the one who put spells in witchcraft on your child. And she the one who gave him the package that he mad about, that he's spreading around the place. But they were trying to get me. Are you understand that they're trying to get me? Why are you trying to bring me in it? I don't got nothing to do with this. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself that y'all was trying to infect an innocent person. Y'all trying to defame my name, tarnish my character, tarnish my pristine, virtuous, moral image. And then y'all trying to infect me with the boy? Oh, y'all messed up. Y'all pissed off God when y'all did that. Y'all made, yeah. I ain't a regular daughter. I'm his real. Well, the royal blood is not from kings and queens. It's not from Queen Elizabeth, boo. It's not from Queen Elizabeth. And I know y'all mad about that. But I'm not. Because my son got that type of protection too. Then I realized I could share my stuff with my child. Christian is stronger than y'all. Okay? Don't say him nothing else because y'all gonna lose more kids. And I really think Austin's on the chopping block. So I don't know who else is going. Kiavana killed somebody. Kiavana was messing with kids' pictures. So, and she ain't finishing. So the more she keeps sending Christian stuff, it's going to be like, backfire, kid. And then Chris is also sacrificing a lot of men in his family to save his own butt. So please go get your son, put him in a mental facility so they could put him in a straight jacket so he could stop doing lighting candles and doing magic. Okay? Because he's only hurting you and his own family, sacrificing. He knows he's doing this too. He knows he's doing this. But like I said, That's not him in his vessel anymore. I know you think you're talking to him. That's a demon that's just making him do some crazy stuff so he could mess y'all up and collect y'all too. Y'all don't not listen to me. I'm gonna tag y'all so I can make sure y'all see this. But I'm gonna come back and make another one because I'm having fun. But this one is about to be like an hour, so I'm about to break these down into like 2 30-minute videos and post them. I'll be right back.